Good morning, everyone. It is June the 23rd, 2026. The time is 9:29. The market's about to open. I was on earlier this morning and as I was setting up the computer, I went ahead and did a screenshot of the Forex factory for today. So at 9:45, we have some orange folders that we'll be aware of. One of the things I'm going to be showing you, let me get the screen sharing set up here. So what we are showing you right now is the new and improved, maybe, I don't know if it's new and improved or not. It is the new template that Justin put out over the weekend. And the market has just opened up. So what we're going to try for today is we're going to be scalping for a 10-point gain every time the labels come up. Obviously, I just missed the opening label. Got a label kicked in now. We're going to take that. We are in. And we may get out for a loss. We've already got out. Yes, there was a loss. Okay, so I should have got in with Earth. So we're going to be watching very closely every time a label comes on. So, and the one thing we're going to notice up at the top here is this dot. So we're going to be looking for these dots, a color change and the dot. So every time a label comes up, and what do I mean by color change? Look back here. It was red, red, red. It was a green dot, and we had the label. And all we're looking to try to get is 10 points. So that was 42. Up to 54, that would have been a 10-point gain right there. The same thing here, the red dot kicked in, black background, red label, would have got in there, we wrote it down, you would have got the 10 points. So that's what we're going to be doing today. We're going to be doing, obviously, again, as we saw in the other videos, I get in late. So today I'm going to be watching. So by having this new chart that Justin put out, the dots are up at the top. So I can just watch the dots and I don't have to keep looking down, looking up. And okay, we got to buy, going to take it. Already in for 10 points, that quick. So you see how quickly this can go. This went, it got the 10 points, but it was 31, 33, 31. So that was a 2-second trade, picked up 10 points. My ATM, my automatic trade management system is 41 ticks gain, 80 ticks loss. So for every loss, I need to have 2 wins to counter the loss. I'm watching right up here where the actual dots are happening. As you see, I got in a little bit late, but I'm going to be watching this corner. I'm going to be watching up here. Red, get my mouse where it needs to go. Hit the red, take it. I am in. We don't expect to win every trade. And I lost again because I waited too late. Got a green. All right, this would have been a loss. I did not get into the red down again. Let's write it down. Let's see what happens here. Okay, so at the open is probably not a good time to do this. It's moving a little bit too fast. Let me let the market settle down some. So let's recap real quick. Since this morning we got in, had the loss there. Let me go in and put the actual labels on so we can actually see what it is actually showing us instead of just the market. We're going to actually put the text in, apply that way. It tells us when we hit the target. That'll make it easier for me. So far this morning, we got stopped out. We had a target, a stop, stop. So 4 trades, 3 stop outs, 1 target hit. So we are definitely down some points. Like I said, we're going to just kind of wait here now until after 9:45, get the market to calm down, and then we will trade and see what happens going from that point on. Do want to make reference to the fact that we do have links to the Livewire and the Simple Market Metrics in our description on the YouTube channel. So we encourage you to check out those programs if you're interested in purchasing them. The links are there to make it easier for you. So that's what we're watching right here is right at this point. This is on a 1-minute candle, 64-point move every candle. So we have to be aware, keep an eye on that. The market is moving extremely fast right now. The news has just happened, so we will start taking all the labels as they happen. I have an ATM of 41 ticks up, 80 ticks down, which means I need to have 2 wins for every 1 loss to be break even. We've already taken 4 trades, of which 3 were losses, 1 was a gain. So I'm already down. So we're going to trade this until 11 o'clock and see what happens. We just had one kick in. Let's take it. I got to be a little faster. All right, got a gain. Hit our target. I am not going to take another one unless the label appears. Okay, so I'm going to be disciplined to trade only the labels today. This is a little bit different platform than we traded last week. So Justin keeps modifying. He's finding ways to make it easier for folks to generate income with the simple market metrics. Going back and looking at this trade we got in here at 58 or 57 points. But the actual trade, right, I'm talking and I missed the green going up. Got to become more focused. I'm going to take the trade and just see what happens here. All right, we hit another target. I'm going to stop demonstrating because it's moving too fast. Maybe I need to create some short keys on my keyboard instead of a mouse. So now I'm looking for a red to appear. I'm looking for a red with a black background. That's what I'm looking for. Taking the trade. Let's see what happens here. Stopped out again. Let's hit the green. Stopped out again. All right, taking that. ATR is now down to 40. Stopped out again. We would have made it if I had got it the minute it happens. It's my own fault because I'm getting in late. But there again, this is all 1 second. I got in 1 second after it appeared. So how much faster could I have been? Try it again. All right, there is a win. I got in 2 seconds after it. Why? I'm getting in late. I'm getting in late again. All right, got the game, but I still got in late. Okay, that came in at 07, 09, 09, 11. So 4 seconds. I got in 4 seconds after it triggered. So the speed of entry is the key. Taking the sell. Let's see where we go with this. Stopped out again. Let's take it now and see what happens. Another loss. We have another, say now we're going seriously sideways. If the dot comes down to here, I will consider getting into a trade, but I'm not going to get into it until I see it come up. Okay, hit down. Back up again. I'm very cautious. Okay, I'm going to get in there, but we'll see if we can pick up a gain here in this. Let's see. Is there enough pressure to keep it going down? Out again, loss. All right, I did not get in. I was setting up an ATM instead of a $10 gain, have it $7.75 and see what happens if we're going to get a little more successful. A buy, kick in. Let's see what happens on this one. We're only looking for 31 ticks. Got it. Get in again. Looking for a 7 point. Got it. Get in here to see if we can get our 7 points again. Stopped out again. This candle went from 97.5 down to, that was over a 30-point candle. ATR right now is at 42, averaging. So we see we still have some strong candles. Taking that, see what we get. All right, we got our $7.75 out of that little trade. On a target hit. It's roughly 10 minutes between those two trades. Taking that buy. Another gain. That was a 2 second trade. Going down again. Let's try this one more time down. Got it. Another target hit. So 10:23, 10:24. A minute later, picked up another $7.75, 31 tick. So whittling away at our loss. Got a buy signal. I jumped in too late. I'm going to hold off. I'm going to wait to see if it goes back up higher. If it goes up higher, I'll take it. Had a text come in on my phone. Distracted. So I will take it when it gets above the actual point of where the buy signal kick in 299.86. It's above that point, I will take the trade. And I'm glad I did not take the trade. As we see it, it would have been a losing trade. All right, we've got a red. Let's take it. This may wind up being a losing trade as well. Yep, another losing trade. Buy signal kicking in. I'm going to hold off on this since that happened so fast. If it gets above here, I will take it. But we've got a lot of sideways movement right now because those two candles jumped so fast. So we're looking at 21, 21. So within 3 seconds, it was already going down and turned. That's why I did not get into that trade. It was so fast and immediately saw it going down. So as it keeps going up, I will take it. I'm going to take that and see what happens with it. Now they're losing trade. Sell signal has popped up. Continuing to go down. Let's take it. All right, we got a gain. I'm becoming more cautious the more the day goes on. I do not believe we'll get back to break even before the next 28 minutes happens. And knowing that, I'm going to stop trading and go back and evaluate what happened today. So let's do that now. Let me show the whole of the day's trading. A lot of labels came on. So let's start from the end and work our way backwards. All right, trade one. We had a win. Trade two was a loss. Trade three was a loss. Trade four was a win. Trade five was a win. Trade six was a win. Trade seven was a stop. Trade eight was a win. Trade nine was a win. Trade 11 was a stop. Trade 12 was a stop. Trade 13 was a stop. Trade 14 was a win. Trade 15 was a win. Trade 16 was a stop. Trade 17 was a stop. Trade 18 was a stop. Trade 19 was a win. Trade 20 was a win. It's during the news. So stop. A stop. A win. And a stop. 23 trades. 11 wins, 12 losses, and the losses were greater than the wins. I'm going to switch over. Let me see if I can do this real quick and show you the range chart. So this is the range chart showing the trades this morning. So we'll zoom up on this and take a look at it. First thing we can see very quickly, the range chart does not have nowhere near number of buy and sell signals. So getting back at the beginning of the morning here. So bear in mind, all the buys and sells are coming from the new chart that Justin has just put out. This is the range chart that we normally trade from. So if we would have got into there on that indicator, we would have had a gain sideways, but we see the difference in the candles. So even the buy signal on the range chart, some of them would work, some of them would not have worked. This run right here is all within a matter of a minute. We take our first trade after the news and had the gain there. So on the range chart, we would have had a buy signal right here. And on the Renko chart that we're trading earlier this morning, we had the buy signal right afterwards. So the entries, these couple here almost match. Same with here, we had a buy signal. I'm checking that. We can definitely see the up and down movement. A lot of movement this morning. So knowing that, would we have done much better on the range chart? We would have had to widen out our stop. It just kind of shows you the different look. So on the range chart, some of the labels match up. But for the most part, the Renko chart actually had a lot more labels appear. So the live wire, let's expand this a little bit. How much different would the things have been on the live wire this morning? We just traded strictly live wire. We would have stayed in the trade longer. We have growing momentum here, even though I was only taking the 10-point trades to go with the labels to kind of match what Justin was saying. If I trade my normal way I normally trade it, there would have been some great opportunities today on the live wire to make some decent income. So I just wanted to show everybody the new chart that Justin had put out, because I can say he's got videos online showing his success. And I just wanted to try to see how the success would work for me. I look at the live wire, there was a lot of good trading opportunities this morning. Yes, they were 2 to 3 minute long, but still, let's look at this trade. This is at 947. Look at this trade at 947 that began. So 770851. That is an 80-point run. And we would have got out at the smaller candle there and the drop. Even if we got out at the bottom, still you had a tremendous run there. Then over here on this run up, had the orange down here at the bottom, kind of showing that a shift was changing. Then once it got past here, you would have jumped in and rode that all the way up until the black candles started coming in. We would have stayed out of the chop. And where it's at now, we've got some downward movement again here. And in the last little bit, while I've been talking, more downward movement. So it kind of shows you the three different charts. So while we've been talking, there's a couple of good runs here. That was our last trade that we took. So the reason we stopped trading, because I realized that we would not have made up the difference. We ended the day in a loss. I don't have all the math. I'll put it in the information when we actually post this video. So the thing I'm learning is that to get in when the label activates and run it for 10 points, you need to be, as soon as the label hits, we need to be able to get in the trade immediately, because it can move 10, 15 points in a matter of a couple of seconds. And I think automation might help with that, to create a trigger that would open the trade and close the trade. It says NinjaTrade, it does allow that. So I'm going to sign off. Hey, thank you guys for watching this today. It just kind of gives you an idea how fast the markets move. Not every day is a winning day, and that's okay. We learn that. But I'm going to go back to my regular style of trading on the next time I trade. Y'all have a great day, and we'll talk to you again soon.
Thank you all for watching our trading activity today. We plan on posting 2 or 3 videos a week to demonstrate the simple market metrics and the live wire trading indicators. Be sure to like and subscribe to our channel. See you on the next video.